Okay, so you've got all these articles and research papers, maybe even some of your own notes, right? And you want to get to the heart of it all.
Yeah, you want the real takeaways.
You want those aha moments.
Exactly, without having to wade through a ton of information.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we're doing here.
That's what this deep dive is all about.
We're giving you that shortcut to becoming really informed on this topic.
Right. We took a close look at all the materials you sent us.
Yeah, it's quite a mix we've got.
From classic works to some really current perspectives.
A real blend.
And what we're going to do is pull out the key insights.
Yeah, the stuff that really matters.
And we're going to lay it all out for you in a way that's clear.
And hopefully spark some new ideas.
Exactly.
All right, so let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
First up, we're going straight to the core of what drives achievement, and that's desire. A powerful desire combined with a really clear sense of purpose.
Right.
And one of the sources that really nails this is Think and Grow Rich. It doesn't just talk about wanting something. It really emphasizes that a burning desire is the starting point for any accomplishment.
It makes a really important distinction between simply wishing for something.
Right.
And having that deep burning desire for it.
Yeah, it's like that desire needs to be so strong.
You have to be unwavering.
It's like a driving force.
It propels you forward.
It's not just a fleeting thought.
No, it's something much deeper.
And you know what's interesting? Modern psychology actually backs this up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the idea of intrinsic motivation being so much stronger than extrinsic rewards.
It makes sense when you think about it.
Think about times when you were totally absorbed in something you were passionate about.
Right, you were driven from within.
That's that burning desire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how can you tap into those feelings more consciously?
Yeah, that's a great question for our listeners to ponder.
Definitely.
Now, Think and Grow Rich, they share this great story about Edwin C. Barnes. This guy had this incredible, almost obsessive desire to become a business associate of Thomas Edison.
Not just work for him, mind you.
No, not just an employee.
He wanted to be a partner.
A true partner.
He had this very specific goal.
And the book talks about his incredible persistence in achieving it.
Even when it seemed impossible.
Like there was no clear path laid out for him.
He just showed up in Orange, New Jersey.
Pretty much broke.
But with this absolute unwavering conviction.
So what makes his story so powerful in illustrating this concept of burning desire versus just wanting something?
I think it's the way Barnes turned that desire into a concrete objective. And then he backed it up with relentless action.
He didn't just sit around daydreaming.
No, he was driven.
His purpose to be Edison's associate was so clear.
It wasn't some vague wish.
It was this fixed point that guided everything he did.
He committed himself fully.
No room for doubt.
And I think that's a crucial point. Desire without a clear plan.
And without that unwavering commitment,
often just fades away.
It remains just wishful thinking.
Exactly.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Now, building on this idea of a guiding purpose, Think and Grow Rich, also explores how this purpose is connected to our self-belief.
It's like a compass directing our actions.
If we zoom out and look at the bigger picture,
right,
having a definite purpose gives you that essential focus.
You can then channel your energy
and your resources in the right direction.
With intention.
Without it,
you're lost.
Like the book says later on when talking about leadership, you're navigating without a clear destination.
So think about your own goals for a moment.
Yeah, think about it.
How clearly defined are they?
How intense is that desire?
Is it just a passing thought?
Or is it that persistent drive that pushes you to take action?
To overcome any obstacle?
That's a really important question to ask yourself.
It's all about self-reflection.
Taking the time to really understand what you want.
And how strong that motivation is.
It's the crucial first step.
All right, so let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
We've got that powerful desire, a clear destination. What's next?
Well, our sources highlight the importance of practical strategies.
And this might surprise you.
Well-organized information.
Think and Grow Rich has a whole section on knowledge.
It really dives deep into this.
And what's fascinating is how it separates simply having knowledge
from having knowledge that's organized effectively.
It explicitly says that knowledge by itself isn't power.
It becomes power when it's structured.
When it's arranged systematically.
And then directed towards a specific goal.
Through concrete plans of action.
So it's not enough to just have information.
You need a system for using it,
It's like having a huge library,
but not knowing how to find the right book.
or how to actually use the information in that book.
Exactly.
And this brings us to another interesting concept, the mastermind principle.
Ah, yes.
Now, this isn't about being a lone genius.
No, it's about collaboration.
It's about the coordinated effort and shared knowledge,
Of two or more people
working together towards a common goal.
in harmony.
So it's not just about gathering a bunch of smart people in a room.
Right.
What makes a mastermind group really effective?
What are the key elements?
Is it shared goals, mutual trust, or something else?
I think the mastermind concept really highlights how collective intelligence
Find collaborative effort.
can achieve so much more than individuals working alone,
It's like creating this synergy
where the combined insight
and experience
and energy of the group
produce results that are greater.
than the sum of their individual contributions.
Definitely shared goals.
And mutual trust are fundamental.
It's like a well-coordinated sports team,
Each player has their unique skills
but it's the coordinated effort
and that understanding they have of each other.
that leads to victory.
Exactly.
And they even mention Henry Ford as an example.
Oh, yes,
While Ford was a brilliant innovator,
he was.
the book suggests that his massive success wasn't just due to his own knowledge.
Right.
It emphasizes the importance of his well-defined plans
And his connections.
and his close associations with people like Edison, Firestone, Burroughs, and Burbank.
It's almost like an informal mastermind group.
So if we think about Henry Ford, his genius wasn't limited to his technical abilities.
He was also a master organizer,
He implemented this revolutionary production process,
and his interactions with other great thinkers
likely provided him with diverse perspectives
and valuable insights
that contributed to his overall vision.
and his ability to execute.
And this idea of organized knowledge naturally leads us to think about how that knowledge can be amplified through collaboration.
That's where the mastermind concept comes in.
So for our listeners, it's worth really thinking about the power of collaboration in your own life.
Absolutely.
Are you actively seeking out the knowledge and skills of others?
Are you leveraging those skills
Could you benefit from forming your own mastermind group?
to help you achieve your goals?
Because shared knowledge and effort can be a real game changer.
It's about recognizing that you don't have to have all the answers yourself.
Now, we all know that the road to success is rarely smooth.
There are bumps along the way,
There are obstacles and setbacks.
and our sources acknowledge this
They specifically address how to overcome fear.
and cultivate a strong sense of faith.
Think and Grow Rich outlines these 6 ghosts of fear:
That can hold us back from achieving our desires.
poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death.
It's a powerful image.
And I think we've all experienced these fears to some degree.
Absolutely.
Which of these ghosts do you think people encounter most often?
And why do you think that is?
That's a tough one.
Well, I think it's important to remember that these 6 ghosts of fear,
They're largely creations of our own minds,
the book argues that these fears often come from our perceptions and beliefs.
rather than actual external threats,
And I think the fear of poverty is particularly common.
because it's tied to our basic need for security and survival.
We're constantly bombarded with messages about financial success and failure.
And that can really amplify those anxieties. And the book pinpoints the fear of poverty as perhaps the most destructive.
It can be paralyzing.
It stresses the importance of actively refusing to accept any circumstances that could lead to poverty.
And it defines riches in a very broad sense,
Not just financial wealth.
but also spiritual, mental, and material well-being.
It's about a holistic sense of abundance.
The fear of poverty can be so debilitating.
It triggers our deepest survival instincts.
But the text suggests that by consciously cultivating a mindset of abundance,
And rejecting thoughts of scarcity.
we can start to dismantle that fear
It's about shifting your perspective.
from lack to abundance,
The book also touches on how indecision can breed doubt.
which then crystallizes into fear.
It's like when you avoid making a choice,
Your mind fills that void with worry.
with all those potential negative outcomes,
So it's crucial to take decisive action.
even when you're facing uncertainty.
Procrastination and avoidance just make our fears grow stronger.
But making a decision
Even if it's not perfect,
can break that cycle of anxiety.
it move you forward.
Now, on the flip side, we have faith.
Yes.
The book presents this powerful concept of faith as a state of mind.
That can be developed through autosuggestion
By consistently telling yourself
and truly believing.
that you can achieve your goals
It's about accessing and influencing your subconscious mind.
with positive affirmations.
The idea that you can intentionally cultivate faith through self-suggestion is quite empowering.
It suggests that we have the power to shape our own beliefs,
And to tap into that incredible power of the subconscious mind.
to support our aspirations. And there's this really inspiring story in the book about the author's son,
Oh, yes.
who was born with a hearing impairment.
It's a powerful story.
The author describes his unwavering desire and deep faith that his son would one day hear and speak.
And how that seemingly impossible belief played a role in his son eventually regaining his hearing.
It's incredible.
It really highlights the profound impact of unwavering belief.
Even when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges.
It suggests that when a deep desire is combined with unwavering faith, it can influence reality in remarkable ways.
So for you, the listener, it's about identifying any fears that might be holding you back.
And considering the power of nurturing a stronger sense of faith.
In yourself and in your objectives.
Through positive self-talk.
And an unshakable belief in your ability to achieve your goals.
Pay attention to your inner dialogue.
Are you fostering beliefs that empower you?
Or are you letting fear and doubt take over?
Consciously cultivating faith can be a powerful antidote to fear. Okay, so we've explored desire, knowledge, and faith.
What's next?
Well, according to our sources, the next essential element is the power of imagination.
Imagination.
Think and Grow Rich describes imagination as the workshop of the mind.
The place where plans are formed and refined.
It emphasizes imagination as an active and vital tool.
Not just passive daydreaming.
It's the mental faculty through which we give shape and structure to our desires.
And turn them into actionable steps.
It's that bridge between an intangible wish
Intangible reality.
and the book breaks down imagination into two main forms.
Synthetic imagination.
And creative imagination.
Synthetic imagination is like a chef combining existing ingredients in a new recipe.
You're taking existing ideas and concepts.
And rearranging them in creative ways.
Creative imagination, on the other hand, is like inventing a completely new flavor.
One that nobody has ever tasted before.
It's about generating completely new ideas
Both forms of imagination are valuable.
in different contexts
Synthetic imagination is great for problem solving.
and strategic planning.
Creative imagination is the source of groundbreaking ideas.
The key is to actively engage and cultivate both.
To strengthen those imaginative muscles.
And they share this fascinating story about the enchanted kettle.
Oh, yes.
It's essentially the origin story of a very popular drink.
And it shows how a single idea sparked by someone's imagination
Can lead to incredible wealth and impact.
It's a reminder that even simple ideas
When fueled by imagination and action,
can yield extraordinary results.
it's about seeing possibilities where others might not.
Absolutely.
So for our listeners, how are you using your imagination right now
Are you actively engaging with this mental workshop?
to come up with new strategies?
Innovative solutions?
Are you brainstorming novel approaches?
Vividly visualizing your desired outcomes?
Actively using your imagination can reveal pathways you haven't even considered.
Exactly.
Okay, our final key area is a bit more practical.
Okay.
It's about marketing personal services
Which these days really means how you leverage your transferable skills.
and how you present yourself to the world.
This comes from Think and Grow Rich.
And it also aligns with some of the ideas in the Skill Development Hub process overview you shared.
What's interesting is how Think and Grow Rich encourages a shift in mindset
From just having jobs,
to forming partnerships,
it emphasizes the importance of the golden rule in all professional interactions.
including how you market your skills and abilities.
Think about how the golden rule translates to ethical practices
Building trust
and fostering those long-term, mutually beneficial relationships.
in professional setting,
And the book outlines some key attributes of effective leadership.
which are also super relevant to marketing yourself successfully.
Things like self-control,
A strong sense of fairness,
being decisive, having clear plans,
consistently exceeding expectations,
cultivating a positive personality.
and demonstrating empathy and understanding
These leadership qualities are basically valuable personal traits.
that make you more appealing as a potential partner or employee,
They show that you're competent and reliable
and that you can collaborate effectively
and contribute positively.
to a team or an organization.
The book also highlights the importance of having a well-prepared brief,
That outlines your qualifications
your value proposition.
when you're pursuing a specific opportunity,
This connects with the SDH process overview.
which talks about the role of the placement office
In following up on CVs,
and working towards successful job placements
it suggests that candidates need to be good at showcasing their skills.
in a way that's compelling and targeted.
So the idea of a brief really emphasizes the need for clarity and conciseness.
When presenting your skills and experience
It's about tailoring your message.
to directly address the needs of the opportunity you're going for.
Just like the placement office aims to connect candidates with the right institutions. So think about your career and your skills,
Not just as a job.
but as a valuable service that you're offering.
Are you embodying those key leadership qualities
And are you communicating your unique value?
in a way that's clear and persuasive?
Think strategically about how you present yourself.
And your capabilities.
Just like any valuable product needs good marketing.
Your personal services do too.
As we start to wrap up this deep dive,
It's been quite a journey.
it's clear that achieving meaningful success isn't just about working harder or getting lucky.
It's about understanding and applying these interconnected principles.
That initial spark of a burning desire,
Developing well-defined plans.
based on organized knowledge.
Overcoming fear through faith.
The innovative power of your imagination.
And effectively communicating your unique value
Absolutely, riches in the broadest sense
are often the result of a deliberate and systematic approach.
grounded in these fundamental principles.
They're not random.
They're cultivated through clear intention and consistent effort. So let's recap the key takeaways.
Right.
We started by exploring the importance of that burning desire
That unwavering focus.
that fuels all meaningful action,
Then we looked at the need for well-defined plans.
built on a foundation of organized knowledge.
Just having information isn't enough.
You have to know how to use it
We then considered the role of overcoming fear
by cultivating faith in yourself.
and your ability to reach your goals.
We talked about how your imagination is a creative engine.
For devising plans and visualizing success.
And finally, we touched upon the evolving world of marketing your personal services
Highlighting the shift towards building partnerships
and the importance of those leadership qualities.
in all your professional interactions.
So here's a final thought for you to consider.
And maybe even act upon.
Thinking about everything we've discussed today,
The power of desire.
strategic planning,
The role of faith and imagination.
and the importance of how you present yourself
What's the single most impactful action you can take right now?
to move closer to achieving your most important desire.
What concrete step can you take today?
We hope this deep dive has given you that shortcut to becoming truly well-informed.
And that it sparks some valuable aha moments for you.
Keep exploring these ideas, put them into practice, and see what you can achieve.
We're excited for you.
We'll see you next time.
Take care.